think this success message is not needed. And then I have response and ID, which you can basically choose anything that you want. And if you see the previous code on the success, I take JSON.response, but that's just the variable that I put in.
But actually, I need to. I still don't understand the logic. So this post, we send a new word that is checked on the backend in the controller. And then from controller, what we need to, what kind of response, like if it is in the database or not, but how to, what we need to send them in a
So
specific.
if it is already in, you don't want to save it.
Yes.
So then you need some kind of message that we're not going to save
Yes.
this. And if it is in, it's good. Right?
So
So
if
then,
arrow, then a message.
yes, but I'm not sure if you do success is 0, if that counts as an error. I don't know. But you can do something in the success if
Guys, let's start the session.
yeah.
Are you ready as well? Oops, I need the mic. Hello. Welcome to lesson 12, which is not a lesson, but it is a lesson. Okay? So I finished all the lessons that I wanted to give you guys, so right now, and I asked the guys to provide some feedback, and I got that feedback in one document, which I will share in the first part, and we'll discuss it a little bit because there were some suggestions and ideas how to improve this, some complaints, and there were also some things which people were saying that are good about this course. And I just deleted all the good parts, so we are just going to focus on negatives, okay, which is constructive criticism, which is what I really like and appreciate. So I'm going to address some of the things, well, all of the things that you guys mentioned, okay. So that's the first thing, and then after that we are going to have a 5-minute break, and then we are going to have a quiz. Okay, so I'm going to ask you questions, all right? And these questions, you need to type the answer inside the chat, okay? So the people who are here in the office, you need to get your computers and see the chat and type the answers. Now, you will also keep track of your scores, so I suggest you have some sort of pen and paper, so I give you points straight after and you write it down. And of course, it's imperative to cheat, so the better, you know, but I don't give you a lot of time, so if you plan to cheat, great, do it, but, you know, do it fast, okay, so because you will have 1 minute to answer the question. So, yeah, so if you're Googling, do it fast. You can also score negative points on this quiz, okay? So be aware that you will get negative points too. And the last thing is the winner gets an enormous prize, okay? I'm not going to say what it is right now, but it's so good, okay? Imagine the best thing that you always dream to have. Well, it's not that, of course, you know, it's, yes, yeah. So it's something else, okay? So I'll do your tasks for a week or something like that, okay? Okay, so it's going to be absolutely great, all right? I'll explain the rules of the quiz a little bit later when we get to the quiz, but as I said, you will need your computer and you will need access to the chat, okay? So yes, everybody is participating in the quiz, Thomas, so the old guys too, and the new ones, so please, you know, if DJ beats you, Thomas, you know, I don't know what to recommend to you, you know, after that. Yeah, we'll discuss your wages maybe, you know. You can swap the payslips with DJ for a month or something like that. So yeah. So cheating, highly incentivized, you know, that's what we developers are doing, you know, that's how you think like a programmer. You actually think and learn how to fake that you are good and that you know whatever we are talking about. So first things first, your feedback, okay? So let me open a Word document on my computer, okay, and zoom in, and then let me share it with the guys on the stream so they can also see it, okay? This will be very useful. So what I did, I covered your feedback in a few sections, so length, the topics that we cover, little problems, lots of them, suggestions, and some things of the goals. So that's what we are covering, okay? So I asked some people, okay, what about the length of the course? You know, course can be longer, okay? And more details or some complicated topics, okay? And then the length of the course and time is great. So disagreeing, but the break should be longer, okay? Lessons could be finished because there wasn't enough time, and some lessons didn't need to be that long. So yes, it was too short and too long at the same time. And overall, I enjoy the teaching and blah, blah, blah. I thought I deleted all the positive. No, you didn't enjoy the teaching. Go away. Okay, so yeah, not helpful and informative. The lessons were crap. All right, so now we get, you know, it's sunny outside, so we can't have everything going on for us at the same time. Okay, so there is, I know this as a fact. Okay, so if I give you 100 pieces of information, you are going to absorb between 10 and 20%. Okay, and you can focus for 1 hour. Maximum or 2 hours. You can't focus for 8 hours. Okay, so I try to keep this relatively brief. Of course, some topics are more challenging and they require 10 lessons, not 1. Okay, I agree with that. But the 10 lessons here I don't think are necessary in terms of there's so many YouTube videos and topics that you can go into depth. Okay, the point that I was trying to make is not to explain everything, okay, because there are people who are definitely 100% better in explaining what the things are. Okay, so I appreciate that, you know, you want me to cover, and there are similar feedbacks a little bit later, but that wasn't the point that I was trying to make. Okay. Sometimes we overrun by 10 minutes or something like that, and I really didn't want to overrun, you know. So I think breaks work great for us here online in the office, but if you're online, you have to wait for it to restart. You can't just go away, or and if you are listening to the recording, then you have a bloody 5-minute gap in the middle of it, which nothing happens. So, of course, you can skip through, but you know, it's work in progress. So the getting the timing and right is hard, okay? But overall, I think we did a relatively good job here, and some topics I tried to divide over multiple sessions, but it would be interesting to see which ones were short, too short time-wise, and which ones were too long, okay? And we can see this here. Okay, so we needed more session like APIs. Okay, so somebody exactly said that it could be more session on APIs. Now, yes, absolutely. APIs are extremely big topic. Okay, and we always connect to something or have to make our own API, etc., etc. Okay, so I try to illustrate the basic concepts, but one of the big concepts is security, okay, which I don't think we touched upon, okay, so absolutely agree, and if you all want, we can have another session next week or something like that, where we go into deeper into APIs and see different use cases, okay? But I will need your help, I need your feedback a little bit here to say, hey, what exactly about APIs you would like to learn, okay? What specific things are confusing to you, okay? And then I can address those specific things. Now, CRUD course and Unity scripting course were harder to keep attention. It gets quite dry in a way of teaching, okay? There are less stories. Oh my God, you want more stories. I'll give you stories from my life and everything else. CRUD was a specific one because that was almost like the closest one to everybody else's internet online courses, okay, where I actually explain how the bloody thing works step by step, and that is a little bit boring. So I was going with very basic stuff. But I thought, maybe incorrectly, that it is important because this is our bread and butter, how to create, read, update, and delete records. So I spent extra time on it. And I know this for a fact because even now when you ask me for help, often it is something with the CRUD, how do I get this, okay? So it's also API, so some sort of, okay, I have a form and I need to make AJAX call to a specific thing, that's CRUD. You need to read some data or update some information or delete some information. How you do that? You know, we are struggling with multiple things. Maybe it needs more, but it was boring. Unity scripting, that's an interesting one, okay? Because that's we wrote like 5 lines of code in 2 hours. So in terms of what happened, it was horribly slow and boring. But I think this was a very important thing that what I tried to illustrate here in terms of how much thinking and how to think before you write those 5 lines of code is important, okay? Because you can write 50 lines of code, but if there was no thinking, those 50 lines are probably bad, okay? So I tried to illustrate the thinking process in a problem that we can all understand. Okay, I need to move something from here to here, you know, it's kind of simple, but it proves to be much more complex than we thought originally, you know. But it's good to know that those two could have been more excited and more information and different. So could you give a short task? So things to figure out on our own during the course? Yes, I can, but that means I have to prepare for these courses, which is investing time in it, you know, so it's a little bit hard to think, you know, so I prepare for this. I thought of questions that I'm going to ask you. So yeah, that took 10 minutes. them, and yeah, I haven't figured out the technology how we can do this really interactive online. Okay, we tried Skype, but as you'll see later, we had some problems with Skype. We tried a few things. So yeah, so if you have an idea how we can make this more interactive, the limit is technology, okay? Because we have some people here, some people over there, you know, give me suggestions. I'm open to them, okay? Django, Celery, Unicorn, etc. You know, different what's called like platforms, frameworks, and so on. I have no idea what the hell these things are. Never heard of them, and I can't teach you much about them. Okay, I can fake it that I know, but we are getting someone who actually does know. So they will do a course on this whenever they reply to our boring messages. When you are going to do it, and we are on ignore list at the moment, but surely we will punch through and get this person. So we will be delighted to tell you. Yeah, when you read stuff online, this is another problem that I find very hard myself. A task queue, job queue based on distributed message passing. Okay, I read a sentence, and actually I am more stupid now than before I read this sentence. Okay, I feel stupider because I haven't got a clue what this is, and I'm supposed to be some sort of programmer. I don't know what these people wrote about. I understand each word together. You know, I need to bloody decipher it and think about it for 20 minutes. I'll probably get it wrong. So it's another thing where I'm trying to teach you concepts so you understand in your own words and minds and explanations yourself, what the hell does this do? Okay? Plain English. Don't give me this technical mumbo jumbo. Okay? What does it all mean? It's a good question. Okay? So hopefully we can't know it all, and we don't need to know it all. There are certain things that you must know, and those are kind of in our quiz. Okay? So if you fail to score good on our quiz, it's very sad. Yeah, my heart will melt. Okay, so I hope that you all will cheat very good and you all will score 150 points and so on. You know, but yeah. I need you to understand the basic concepts, how it works in a basic concept. Nobody tells you about basic stuff. What's the bigger picture? How these bloody, you know, remember the switches on and off? Nobody mentions this. You know, it's a web server gateway interface. Where? I would like to see artificial intelligence in games in Unity. Well, there are so many topics in programming that we don't cover here, okay? These are the basics. But then they're also very similar, okay? So I did try a little bit of Unity, but we are not major Unity programmers. None of us, our daily job is to develop games, so I kept it small. Artificial intelligence, on the other hand, is really cool, okay? So we know somebody who knows something about it. You know, so maybe we can ask her to give us a lesson. You know, prepare something and tell us a little bit about artificial intelligence. That would be useful to learn about. But then also you can just go online and say, learn about artificial intelligence. You know, because you're not going to implement those things in your daily life. Except if you turn this around and say, hey, where this artificial intelligence, big data can help you, what are the concepts that you need to understand and you can actually use in your own daily life as a programmer. So it's the angle on the topic that might be useful, because otherwise they will just waste 2 hours of our time and you will forget all about it, okay? You all went to school and you have thousands of lessons that you heard and then never ever in your life mentioned that shit again, okay? When was Napoleon kept prisoner? You probably learned that in school. When the hell did you use it? Who cares? Yeah, Python. This is an interesting one, okay? Because I could have chosen Python and then do everything in Python, not PHP, all right? But that's not the point. The point is that you start to think as a programmer, and I'm crap at JavaScript and Unity scripting, C#, whatever it is. I don't know any of their bloody things. So I try to use the lessons like Unity to show you, okay, I understand what the problem is, I explain it to myself, I know what I need to do. Now I'm going to Google how the hell do I put the syntax and what is the function. Okay, so even if I don't know the programming language, I can program in that language. It will be a little bit slower, but I can do that. Because I understand the concepts of the programming, which are same as PHP and Python and C# and so on. So if you understand the concept, then you can translate it to JavaScript and all the others. You don't care about these things too much. So everything that we learned about Python was nothing, but everything that we learn about PHP, concepts, classes, functions, all that shit, Python has that. Same process, thinking process, exactly the same. So that's on the topics and the length. So if you guys online have any further feedback, just stick it in the chat and I will address that as well. I will talk about it. So please do make additional comments, because not everyone responded to when I asked for the feedback. Little problems. I'm not going to read this first paragraph, you can read it yourself, but this is exactly the point. You know, I've seen so many YouTube videos and similar where everything just worked for the guy on the thing. And he didn't even type shit, he just copy pasted from the document that he had on the second monitor, and it just works. And I then try to do the same thing, and the bloody thing doesn't work. I was like, how the hell is it working for him, you know? Because he forgot to show you 3 other things before or later, or my setup is incorrect, you know, it's very hard. So this was exactly kind of thing, okay, what do I do when I have a problem? What do I do when I feel stupid? What do I do, you know, do I panic, okay, I tried, it failed. That happens. Then I tried again, it failed again. And then, you know, I try to show you what's my thinking process, how I'm trying to get to solve this error. Maybe, you know, this person didn't see, but I did briefly mention in one of the follow-up sessions that I figured out what the problem is, that bloody package that I was trying to import, I just couldn't. I found alternative package which, boom, works straight away. But then that was a completely different lesson, so I didn't want to say, okay, let's finish this job, okay? So maybe one of these following lessons, if you all care to see, is to make those push notifications work. But the point is not to make something work, the point is for you to learn the process, okay? How to deal when shit doesn't work. Where do I read the errors? You know, it spits out like 5 million lines of text. You know, what's relevant to me, what's not relevant when it happens, and so on. Ooh. Now, this is a really important one, okay? The next one. it shouldn't take longer than a few hours to finish the task. Yes, that is correct. Okay? But of course, the task has to be doable in a few hours. This is what I said. If your task is going to take 16 hours, that's not one task, that's 4 tasks. Okay? That's the first thing. So it has to be doable in a few hours. I don't expect you to do a task in few hours. I expect you to do one task in a week. And that is pushing. Not every task was the same. And I asked you, hey, is first set of tasks, pick a task, and then I think it was Luana who picked the worst one ever, and, she thought it was easy, made a mistake, it turned out not to be. Fine. Eventually, you will get to the point where it will take you a few hours. So not last weekend, the weekend before, yeah, it was long weekend, it was Monday, it was a holiday, so it was 3 days. So on Friday I went home early and then I tested my Unity application and I wrote down, I think, 26 issues with it, okay? And then the next day I solved all of them, but while I was solving them I found 10 extra, so basically in 3 days, I solved 36 of those issues, okay? So that's like 36 tasks that somebody can report. This shit doesn't work, this character doesn't appear, there was a thing where there was no trees. Trees were just gone, all trees were gone. I can see them in editor, I play the game, no trees. Mind-boggling, okay? So that type of tasks. So you will get there, but you need to be very patient. It will take months before things click in your head, okay? Before it clicks. It's lots of information, it needs to click. That takes months. And then with the practice, you will get faster and faster. So I expect all of you to be very slow and ask a lot of questions now. And this is the most important part, that you get the right habits and get the right thinking processes. How do I ask good questions? Okay. So I'm trying to make that. And then that will help you get faster once it clicks. So be patient with yourself. Okay. Yes, it takes lots of time. That's fine. Sometimes I'm surprised by some of you who manage to do lots of work, complex tasks very quickly. Well done to those guys, But, that next one, which is 3 times simpler, they get stuck and, it's okay. Yeah, well, we are sharing the office with some other people. Right now we have people who are trying to blow us up by digging right in front of our door and getting some gas line out of the things. They told us not to smoke, but we ignored them. So if the whole thing explodes, you will have some background noise and you might see me burning throughout this, the rest of the video, So it's a live thing. I'm just apologizing for noise at the background. Music here is nice, but then some people on the line said, oh my God, this music is distracting, kill it, and then I didn't even see it on the chat, so I left it on for, then I forget to switch off some Skype microphones on 3 computers, so you hear echo and so on. So technical issues, do apologize about that. We'll try to make sure that we get it working. Remember the first session when I had this microphone which I was giving to people and banging on the tables, and then everybody online was like, stop doing that. And I'm like, I'll do it again, boom. If you don't remember, I can use this microphone and bang a couple of times to refresh your memory, okay? Yeah, so we need to look into how to make this collaboration much easier to share screens and talk for people. So please help me out with the technology. Just don't have time to organize everything, but we have extra mics and all the other crap, so yeah. Lack of organization. Time division of training session, topics that needed to be covered in a training session. I absolutely agree. There's no, sometimes I feel lack of organization. There's no organization, full stop. Okay? I don't specifically know what I'm going to say in the next 5 minutes. There's no organization. I don't prepare. I don't practice this at home. I don't have ready-made stuff. It's a live session, so yes, there is no organization in it. All right? So that is deliberate. There are many great videos online which are perfectly organized tempo. The guy knows exactly what he's going to talk about, gives you agenda in the front. That's different type of video, okay? I want to interact with you guys as much as I can, but the thing is that I believe you need to have a real experience. I need to see me in a real life, not practiced, not prepared. So when I am doing the task about push notifications, I did not prepare how the hell I'm going to do the task. So you see me, how I see the code for the first time, and what my first reaction is. I think that is important to see. However, maybe a bit of organization would help make this work better, especially if the session is too long or needs to be broken up in pieces. Maybe that's where we need more organization. So it would be good to continue this feedback when you say, okay, what is the next session on the APIs? What was missing to understand exactly what we are going to cover and so on. So again, work with me. Okay, you're going to smoke in the front of the office, Thomas, really quick. Yes, please, do your best. And see, you know, the issues like Google keeps talking over here in the corner. She's confused.com. The place is nice, chairs are too annoying to sit for a long time. Well, yes, bring your blanket, you know, if you want to be more comfortable. I don't know, let's make a PJ party instead of DJ party. So many concepts have been taken for granted. We have different backgrounds. Oh yeah, we decided to start digging now. Concepts. Yes, you all have different backgrounds. When I say Java, I don't expect all of you to know what the hell Java is. But what do I do? What do I do? Do I go and explain what the hell Java is? If everybody on the call knows exactly what the Java is, then I'm wasting my time. If I don't know what Java, if everybody on the call doesn't know what Java is, and I just assume you do, then you lost me, then you can't follow the rest of the conversation. Okay? So it is important to ask the questions. If you don't understand the concept, this is why we have the chat, and I do check it occasionally. So to ask those questions, if you didn't understand the concept, let me know. because I understand it can be very frustrating to follow up if you have no idea what the hell am I talking about. If I say something like, you know, task queue, job queue based, you know, and you don't know what the hell that means, the next sentence won't make any sense. Okay? So I understand this, but this is why I say, guys, do you have any questions? And feel free to ask them. Okay? I have to assume some sort of middle level of what your knowledge is, and I hope I get it right. I agree, I want more feedback. Here's the feedback, okay? Is, as a Star Wars character, what the hell are these people on about? They have a different feed on the chat. Yes, feedback, yes. Talk to me on the chat, but also give me these type of feedbacks. Give me feedbacks afterwards. And even more important is, actually help me out, do it. Okay, I had the feedback, you will see it here later, you know, put the timestamps on the bloody thing, and DJ said he will do it. I was like, okay, yeah, great, do it, and he did it, and then, yeah. So help me out, guys, make this better for everybody else. Now, I don't expect DJ now to spend 24 hours going through bloody videos and timestamping everything. It will be a waste of time because we already passed that. But while we are doing this, we can work together to improve that type of technical things like feedback. Lack of information sessions that we trainers get ready presented as improvising on the go. Yeah, improvising, yeah, exactly. You know, I'm not hiding. All of this is right now improvised. We are trying this for the first time, this whole thing, and we see what is working, what is not working. So what is the point of this presenting, you know? You have 15 minutes or 20 to present your thing. You don't know what the hell are you going to show. Maybe it doesn't work. And what is the point of you hearing 7, 8 other presentations? Well, what I'm trying to do here as well is use real-time examples. I'm waiting for you to get stuck. So with the real problem that we can try to solve together. And those are those little problems which don't have a lesson or course of its own. So I can't say, okay, you know, Julia's problem is, I don't know what, something small. I can't make a 2-hour lesson out of it. So then I can have like multiple ones of those that you show me and we talk about them. I remember Luana was a little stressed, you know, and she didn't need to be stressed, but that is often what we as the developers are feeling when we have a deadline, when we have to show something and so on. And I thought that was very important to hear and deal with it. Well, it is all right, but we don't have to feel like that. Okay? Suggestions. And sorry about the noise. What noise? Different languages, the basics of different languages. Yes, PHP, JavaScript, TypeScript, etc. Okay. In order to understand the code, it would be nice to know a basics of each language. Yes. And no. As I said before, there are many videos. Get started with PHP, type that, or Python. You will find hundreds of videos on YouTube which will explain you what is the variable, how do you spell this, how do you use arrays, etc. Okay, so my intention was not to copy those videos. Okay, but the logic, what Thomas is just typing over there in chat, the logic is the same. So I see code in Python for the first time, or C#, that's why I spend so much time in Unity, because it's new for me, but I assume all of you. You know, that how do I understand the language that I never saw before? And how do I actually type in that language? That's what I was trying to show you. And then it doesn't matter if it's TypeScript or Python. Yeah, it would be nice to understand it like faster, but then if I waste my time, and I call it wasting my time, because there are other people who do it much better, if you really want to know, I won't explain it as good as they are. But then we are missing the point, which is thinking. Structure of Kotlin projects, AppSource project. Okay? I remember what DJ told me a few weeks back. How horrible the structure of Kotlin project is. You remember that? And it makes, the AppSource makes much more sense to you, okay? So in order to explain the concepts, I'm not going to explain it on one which is too complex for no reason whatsoever. And in my opinion is wrong in a way that they did a structure. I will spend more time explaining that they are wrong and how this horrible is than actually making the points that I want to show you. So there is a reason why I didn't do the Kotlin structure for that. The second reason is that what we expect for Kotlin is that you will actually use AppSource much more and Laravel and PHP in the development of the thing. So you have to fix few things in existing project, but that's it. You're not developing completely new products, which you will using AppSource and Help platform and so on. So that's where we plan to go. So it makes more sense to do that. However, as I said, Valentin hopefully will in next week or so give you the back end of the Kotlin, explain that, and then maybe we get Thomas to do a lesson on front end or Manuel, and then maybe Sam can do something on AI. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Introduction, where you can see all the points we are going to cover at the beginning of the lesson, will be really helpful. So, back to my previous few answers. If I planned this, I would have introduction. If I don't plan this, then I haven't got a clue what I'm going to cover, so I can't tell you what exactly I'm going to cover. My girlfriend is saying, you know, Andrei, when you're talking to me, it would be good to know at the beginning of conversation what the conversation is about, not me trying to figure out for first 10 minutes what the hell are you going to trying to say. I agree. I agree. But then I thought I gave you the introduction this morning, today, about what the hell I'm going to cover. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, maybe I'm bad at it. It's a good point to discuss and, you know, try to teach old horse how to do shit better. So help me out with this, guys. No timestamps, I mentioned this, yes, hard. Yes, DJ or whoever, put the bloody timestamps. Yeah, I know you need to be added to the YouTube thingy portal for doing that. I can add you in 5 minutes if you are watching the video. Well, you can add the timestamps as well. You say, hey, that's where PHP classes start. That's so you know. So, yes, please, need help. macOS and iOS environment setups and how it varies from the device to device. This is a great topic because this is the problem that we have. All the devices are different. And this is a huge problem for our industry, is that fragmentation, that's the term, of operating systems, devices, browsers, everything is fragmented. Nothing follows the same format. And even if they do say they follow the same format, they turns out not to be when you actually try to do something. How you deal with that efficiently? No way, okay? In very short. So each one has its own specific and pains and so on, and I can, as I say, spend quite a lot of time on macOS and iOS, but if 90% of you are using Linux to develop, then that bloody lesson is going to be pointless for you. So it's good to know that there are things, and it's good to have somebody specialized. So if people have Mac, like, I don't know, Esther has one and so on, a few others, yeah, they can logically specialize in that more. Despite everything, I think I touched a lot of systems I wouldn't have learned about then. Yeah, well, that's the point. But the thing is, if you learn about React Native and Cocoa Pods, your next task project probably will be something completely different. And that's the thing. You need to be a full programmer and be able to jump from one platform to another. Because 5 years from now, all these platforms that we learned and all these programming languages might be completely obsolete. And what you're going to do then? You know, my father learned Fortran. He's a Fortran developer, you know, bloody hell, you know, he knows how to punch those cards and drill the holes in them. Yeah, well, obsolete, mate. Goals. The main purpose was to learn to be thinking like a programmer, work more with languages and frameworks. I kind of disagree, because that's what we kept doing, working with languages and frameworks. I don't know why that wasn't the case. Maybe you can enlighten me later. Thinking process, good. I'm less scared to, okay, that's great. Before I would, okay, so we made some improvement here, so this is a positive feedback, so yeah. Apart from this, training is, this is good. I can't think like a real programmer. That's good, okay, that's what we want. Yeah. And this is, funny enough, I didn't even plan this. So you see how this spontaneous thing leads to one another. This is why we have a quiz today. So I like this question so much, and then I decided, how do I actually do this? And then I figured out we'll have a quiz. Memnas. Yeah, maybe we'll have fun, you know. But if you don't, you know, it's Memnas who inspired me to do this, you know. I watched illegally online, as I usually do. I don't watch shit legally. Something horses, old horses, or slow horses, okay? Slow horses. And the main character is, what the hell is his name? I'll remember later, okay? A famous actor, you will recognize it straight away. It's great thing, it's about MI5 spy agents, but the crap ones. So they all messed up something and they got kicked out from the main MI5 thing, and they got in some dodgy place around the corner, okay? And they have this boss who is horrible to them and just likes to torture them. It reminds you of somebody, I don't know. Okay, so watch that, you know, you will really love it, you know. And he doesn't want them to do anything, so he gives them idiotic tasks like check parking tickets from 1970s and so on. You know, so it's like some sort of punishment for these MI5, you know, but they managed to save the guy at the end, you know, so, yeah, spoilers. So highly recommend that. I don't think he's doing the quiz, but there is a Scottish character who is boring as hell, and he's trying to get everybody, hey, let's do a pub quiz, and they all avoid him, say, no, we are busy. So I'm half between that horrible boss and the Scottish guy who's going like, hey, would you like a raffle tickets for you know, and, no. So as I said, I would like you guys to understand basic concepts, okay? And the quiz is really identifying what those basic concepts are. Examples of it. It's not the whole thing, okay? But I expect you to know the answers, okay? Or at least have some sort of idea what the hell we are talking about. So here's how it's going to work. So after the break, all right, we are going to start the quiz. All right, so I have 20 questions, and we will have a minute and a half to answer each question. So, and then after that, we can maybe have a little discussion and so on, okay? I'm going to type a question in chat. Okay, I'm not going to type it, actually copy paste it because I typed it already. I'm prepared this time. Okay, so I'm going to copy paste the question in chat. And you are going to type the answer, which is going to be one sentence. I don't need a bloody paragraph. Okay, the answer I expect one sentence, maybe two, but okay. One question maybe have 3, 4, okay? But all the others should be quite short, okay? When you type the question, do not press enter, okay? Because I don't want others to see your answer, because if you are right and others see it in the chat, they are like, hey, copy, paste, that's it, okay? So do not press enter, okay? So if you press enter before I say to you press enter, that's how you get -5 points. Okay, so people who are too fast to press enter, I know that you will do it, okay? I know that you will do it, you know, especially Thomas, you know, so he's got like, enter, okay? Now, also Thomas can be like, hey, I'll just give fake answers, so let them copy paste, okay? It's also fine. Everybody has their own strategy how to fight their opponent. So, but the rule is, I copy paste my answer, copy paste my question, stick it there, give people 1 minute, minute and a half to type the answer, and then I say press enter, and then you all press enter simultaneously, hopefully. Okay, and then I say, hey, well, read the answers, I'll show them on the screen so you can have them on big screen. And then I say, yep, that's good, 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 not good, maybe give a little bit of explanation, clarification. And then if your answer is good, you get 10 points. If your answer is all rightish, you might get 3, okay? And if it's completely and utterly wrong, you get 0, okay? And then I need you to write down your points for each question. Okay, because at the end of the quiz, we want to see how many points each one of you has. Okay, so you type the answers in the chat, you press the enter when I tell you to press the enter, okay? That's the first rule. First 10 questions, there will be 20 questions. First 10 questions are generic questions, okay? So the second, last 10 questions, I actually are going to show you code, which I prepared. Okay, so I'm going to show you a piece of code that you haven't seen so far, of course. What would be fun if you know exactly what it is all about. And I have a question about that code, and then you have to answer. So I will be showing the code on my screen. I hope you will see it, and then you have to answer that. Might not work very well. Maybe you won't understand the question, and maybe you will have a question about the question. Oh, how do I, which line do you mean? I don't care. Don't ask me any questions during the quiz. Okay? You can only ask me questions before. Okay? So if you didn't understand the rules, please put them, your questions in chat right now. So we are going to have 5-minute break because somebody complained 4 minutes is not long enough for them. Yes, so 5 minutes. And after that, we are going to start the quiz. So questions are here in this Sublime Text. And here we have some of these files. I'm not lying, they're all prepared for you. And I also have hopefully this thing. I have a chat so I can copy paste crap into it. Okay, so I'm really prepared for this one. Really prepared. Okay, guys, 5-minute break, and then we get our quiz, and then that's it.
There's chat in the YouTube, not in Skype, right?
Yes, chat in the YouTube. So you need to be on YouTube on your laptops, etc. chair is too hot.
Emails se zavodali na računalu. Kaže, hoće da daju pare za innovative ecosystems, jer da kao čak i ovi uspješne firme imaju problema sa pronalaženjem partnera internacionalno za sve ove grantove i sad oni hoće cijeli program su smislili za dat pare za to, ali ono kao...
Matchmaking system.
Da.
Računaj mi pravi.
Da to sad kreće od nas.
Oh, cool. So I'm reading the chat, and Thomas has a great idea how to punish everyone. Okay, cool. We'll do that. So I hope you are ready. Any questions? No. I'll click send button. So let me do the first thing first. Okay. So I want to go to this scene. Okay, so you can see me. So you can see the chat, and so on. So that's brilliant, but you can see my chat here, which is what I want to show you. Okay, so great. So the first question, okay, type question 0, type your name. This is a test question, so. Now I will also whistle some tunes like quiz tunes, like annoying to help you concentrate, okay? Or not. I can tell you stories from my childhood. I was a blonde child. I was actually very blonde, when I was a kid. Nobody believes me, but I can't prove it because the photographs of me were black and white because, yeah, that's how they rolled in those days. Okay, so now press enter. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 answers. Okay, and there were some people who were quite delayed for no reason whatsoever. Okay, I guess they were waiting to see everybody else's name so they can copy paste the name, which is a tactics. Okay, so do you have pen and paper to write your score? Okay, I don't know. Online quiz has a delay. I know, I can see the quiz inside the quiz, inside the quiz, inside the quiz like 5 million times, okay? So, this one doesn't score, that's how it's going to work. You don't need to type 0, question number, okay? So just type the answer when I say press enter, all right? So, the first question, okay, let me open this, copy that. And you can see the next question as well, so you can, prepare. Boom, okay? So you have 1 minute. Tirip, 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 tirip. As a baby, I was very fat. I was a very fat baby. I was like Michelin baby, you know. But I was a heavy baby, and I can like to say 2 mothers gave me birth, and then they assembled me afterwards, you know, into one unit, which you know as Andre. So, yeah, that's what happened. And my father dropped me off the table when he was changing my diapers, so I fell on my head, and this is why I'm like I am, you know. So it's, oh, 1 minute passed. Press enter. It takes a while. Oh my God, come on guys, where is Jesus? You know, he forgot to press enter. Oh, he's copy pasting shit.
No, he did.
Me?
Oh, Jesus is here. I need my glasses to see what the hell we are typing, okay? So, oh, Luana, somebody is missing. Okay, so, okay, so the guys who are here in the office obviously hear me press enter a little bit, you know, so give yourself 10 seconds before you press enter next time, okay? So, but anyway, so what is a class? Then I have Thomas putting some crap, so -5 points for Thomas for not answering the question, okay? -5 points for Luana, who managed to close her windows and lost this one, okay? So anyway, is the code to create an object too late, all right? So let's see what Thomas, Sam, blueprint from objects shows the data structure of this object. No. Does it really show the data structure of this object? Yeah, so 3 points. Holder of all the functions, 0 points. Oh my God, if I can give him -20, you know. Definition of a method addressed to an object, for example. Definition of a method, it's definitely not that, so 0 points. It's an easy way to make similar objects. Yes, so 3 points, but not really even close. Class is a blueprint template which defines an object and the properties which can also have initial values. Okay, so that's pretty much what we wanted to hear, so 10 points. Ahmed class is a blueprint, so yes, that's a very short. Blueprint for what, I would like to know, so 3 points. It's kind of template for objects, so blueprint or template, we can use those things. So Marine, you got 3 points, Marine. Close the window, class is a blueprint, so 3 points for you. Mernaz, anyway, it's a code to create an object. It is a code, so 3 points. Serves me right for being honest. Yes, it does. Yeah, that's how the rules work. So I hope you wrote down your points and you are ready for question number 2. Oh, isn't this fun? Oh, aren't we enjoying ourselves? Would we like to be somewhere else? Okay, so here's the next question. What is an object? Boom. Your time starts now. Or a little bit later. Oh, childhood stories, yeah. I was blonde, I was fat. Yeah. So when I went to high school, in that summer, before I went to high school, I actually grew 20 centimeters. So that was in one summer, I grew 20 centimeters. That's why I'm so tall. You know, and then I keep banging my head against everything because I didn't get used to my height, so I was just boom, 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 like, you know. Of course, that explains further why I'm a little bit unconventional. Yeah, 5 more seconds. So, guys, in the office. Wait 10 seconds. Everybody press enter now. How many people are taking part? I have no idea. Here's one more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 answers. I think that's everyone. Okay? It's like a house built based on the architecture map class. It's a house built. Okay, yeah. Okay, 3 points for Mernaz. Is the container of data object? Well, it can contain some data. Would I call it a container of data? No. So, no points for you, Jesus. It's an instance of particular class with specific properties and methods. Yes, Ahmed, that's exactly what I would say. Maybe not exactly the same words, but that's good. So Ahmed gets 10 points. A unit that we can derive the process from. This guy is answering wrong questions completely. He has his own questions, I think. What the hell does he mean? Derive the process from? Nope, 0. An instance that has properties and we can store it in a variable. Yes, I would like more what Ahmed said, so Sam got 3 points. You just got skipped. Well, you're next on the line. Thomas says an object can be multiple things, but mainly it's used to data container can have functions methods. It can be multiple things, you know. What is it? It can be many things. Data container. Is it a data container? Does it contain data? Yes, it does. It stores some variables, but that's not, 3 points for Thomas. YP, it's a collection. Key value, nope. 0. It's basically made of state data and behavior code. Well, it is, if you stretch it really long. But it doesn't answer what the thing is, so 0 points for Lana. It is something that stores certain data variables methods with properties and values, etc. Yes, it does all those things, Marine, so I'll give you 3 points. But the thing is that it's an instance of the class. That's the first thing, okay? And then it has all those things that you guys did say, so it can have key value at some stage, but that's not the definition of it. Okay, so great. We managed to go through 2 questions. Let's start up, okay? Now this is the only question which you might need a little bit longer. So I have in my browser, I type a web request, and then it goes from the browser to the server. What are those steps, that it hits? Main steps that it hits from making a request in a browser to the server. This is the toughest question. So as a child, I was very stupid and naive child. I was so good. First, I was really good. I would tell my mother everything honestly, and I would go out and meet friends, and they take advantage of me. They would take my marbles and shit like that, and I was like, I was so stupid child when I was like 6 years old. It was the stupidest child ever. But then I started growing, as we become bigger, and then I was like, oh, I can actually punch other guys who make fun of me, and that was fun for a while, and then I realized that's also stupid, so, yeah. Okay, so 1 minute is up, okay? So press enter. Message retracted. Yeah, press enter, nobody is ready for this one. Come on, press enter, I don't care what you typed or not typed. Can't shift enter to a new line. So if you don't press enter, when I say press enter, you get negative points. So come on, press enter, people. So I know that, okay. Ahmed didn't press enter. I don't care about answers after I say press enter and 10 minutes passed. Okay? PHP Apache server. Nope. From a browser, which is on a different computer, to a server, which is a different computer, yes. So, PHP Apache server. I don't know, okay, honest. So, Mena 0, Julia 0. Browser goes to your router, then it goes to satellite tower thingy, then another server router, then a server. So these are some of the steps that we discussed about, so that's good. I'll give you 6 points, okay, because you missed some steps, but I think this is one of the best answers we'll get on this question. User requests a certain path URL in the browser to server sends it. Yes, but what are the steps between, Marine? That was the question. So 0. Query on the browser, get from the server, check to API, post request, nope. Jesus, can't shift enter to a new line, -5 points for that. Browser sends message to server receives it, handles it, and then users can, I already sent the response. Where? On Skype. Ahmed, -5 points for Ahmed. By the way, the time we hear the question, 1 minute is almost up. Yeah, but...
My question, you didn't receive my answer.
No, I didn't receive your answer.
I already sent.
Yeah, we don't see everybody in the chat. I don't know why.
Should I send it again?
How many points? 0. Okay, so see, the technology doesn't like us because some people send, Ahmed says, I already sent the response, but I don't see your response. Okay, so make sure you see your response in the chat. I don't know, Ahmed, do you see your response here? I don't. And I don't see response from...
Should I send it again or?
You are on the top chat, not live chat. Okay, that's a really good point. Welcome to live chat. Ha! I discovered something new. See, there is 2 chats. So top chat is apparently just top comments, and live chat is actually what you guys are typing. So I was reading the whole wrong thing the whole time. So I get -10 points, and everybody gets +10 points on this question, okay? So, but you also get the points that I assigned to you before. Do I get bonus points for bug fixing this? Everybody gets 10 points. Okay, so that's brilliant. Okay, so then I need to see, well, now I can't scroll on the live chat. Yeah, but on live chat I still don't see DJ.
Should I send it again?
No, you're too late. You are wrong anyway, so I don't care. Okay, so now I'm on the live chat. You can see I'm on the live chat. Okay, so can DJ, can you send a message right now so I can see it on the live chat, please? hi, okay? So I can see that message, okay? So great, ready for the next question. I didn't get an answer on my answer. Answer on the answer. Well, I didn't see your, nope, it's not here. Okay, it doesn't work. So next question, what's the purpose of Apache or Nginx? So another story from my childhood is, they're all laughing here. So in the first grade, I decided to skip a class with my friend because we wanted to buy a Playboy. Okay, so I'm 7 years old, okay, very sexually advanced. So, and then we came to the next class, and then this teacher asked, where did you go? And since I said I was a stupid child, I said, oh, we just went to the corner shop and we bought the Playboy. She's like, what, you bought what? Playboy. I was like, where is it? Oh, here in my bag. Give it to me. So there you go. I'll show it to your mother. That's fine, yeah, because I tell her everything. I'm a stupid child. I just don't think that everything is wrong, okay? Oh my God, she pressed enter before I said. Now she wanted to make sure that I see. Press enter now. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 6, 7. Bahrain, no answer yet, and I think Jesus, I don't see your answer. Bahrain, there you go. Jesus. 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 I'm going to, no, I deducted too many points from you, so now I'm going to give you extra points just for fun. So you can beat Thomas. So Luana said it makes connection between browser of visitors and server. Well, it does. You already answered up there. Yeah, no, maybe you answered it, but it's not on my screen. You can see my screen, what I'm sharing, so if you don't see your answer, make sure it's there, okay? I don't know how the technology works. So Luana, yeah, it makes the connection between the browser and the server, so that's its purpose, yeah, I'll give you 3 points for that, all right? No, I'll give you 6, okay, because I want you to win, so. Khalil, I don't want you to win, so whatever you answered is probably wrong. They are servers, they can handle user requests and proxies, so can display on user screens through programming languages. Yeah, first part was good, the second part made no sense, so you get 3 points. Sending and receiving information responses, yes, it does that, but there is a little bit more, so 3 points. Connect server and browser, yeah, 3 points. Mernas. YP, it's a server, request from our computer, goes to it and it gives us the response. Yep, that's good. I'll give you 6 points. They serve content requested by users from a server. They handle passing files, returning to HTML format, the page, okay. Okay, so I'll give Thomas 6 points. Servers for a local environment to establish connection between front, backend, and database. Yeah, but doesn't work in, they are not used in non-local environment, Ahmed. Now I'll give you 0 points for this. You can't win points on every question. It's a web server locally on your computer. Well, it is on servers for real, not just on your computer. But what is the purpose of it, Marine, was the question. Deduct those 5 points. No, why am I so delayed? well, you live in a third world country, so takes a while. I already answered that day, was my answer. Question, YouTube doesn't like you, Jesus. Well, I haven't seen your answer. So make sure you got your answer. If it's not appearing on my screen, copy paste it again, okay? So I hope you got all your points. So next question easy, so I'll give you 30 seconds for that. And no childhood stories. What is Laravel? Start, 30 seconds. What is Laravel? Come on guys, what is Laravel? When I was a kid, I didn't know what Laravel was. It wasn't invented. Neither was internet, neither was any of the technology, you know. 17 seconds, 18 seconds, tick, 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 tick. We did not explode, by the way. The gas people went. They'll come back tomorrow to make sure that we had that. Okay, boom, 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 boom. 30 seconds is up, so press enter. Okay, so we will never finish on time with this tempo, so, but anyway, Jesus feels neglected. Laravel is a PHP framework. That's correct. I don't care about the rest of the answers, so 10 points. Jesus, PHP framework, 10 points. Julia, framework for PHP. She put it other way around, so 9 points. Laravel is a framework based on PHP. Excellent. But you spent too many words describing that, so 9 points for Ahmed. Lana, framework for a web app. You didn't mention PHP, so 6 points. It's a framework, 6 points Mernas. Khalil, framework for PHP, 12 points for Khalil because he didn't score any, so we give him 2 extra. Okay, he's not going to win anyway, so 12 points, mate. Dua point, whatever it is. Framework based on PHP, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, 10 points, Sam. Laravel's PHP framework, 10 points for Thomas. So there you go. If I didn't read your answer, blame YouTube, okay? Now, this is a question I couldn't formulate. It makes no sense to me, so hopefully it will make sense to you. So I want to know when is model same and what is different to a class, okay? Model, what's the same and different to class? Your time starts now. So as a kid, I don't know what my favorite subject was. I think biology, but maybe I like the teacher. She was very strict. I like strict teachers. I don't know why. Maybe you know, you can draw your own conclusions from that, you know. But strict and just. Okay, that's what I like about my teachers. You know, I hate teachers who have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, and that they let me run riot, and then I would really run riot. Anyway, press enter now. Come on, come on. Ahmed, your message has been retracted for some reason, so either send it again or don't send it again. Jesus, I got your message this time, so YouTube likes you. Error 404, oh my God. Okay, that's fun. I think I have all the answers. Luana is here, Ahmed is here. Okay, cool. I was talking about modals, oh my God, -5 points. Okay, so Jesus model shows the interconnection between objects where class does not. Nope, Model is related to database but similar to class. Yeah, that's fine. So that's, I think, the best answer that I see in here. So Sam, you got 10 points. Model is something general. In class, you put all the code. I forgot. At least you are honest. So 1 point, Julia. Model is a class, but class is not always a model. Oh, I like this philosophical answer, you know. I haven't got a clue, but, you know. So I like the effort, so Memnaz, you get 5 points for this. Khalil is the same, because they are created the same way. Well, that's the same because they are same. 2 points for Khalil, because what's the difference? Model is more a concept for software, and class is a template. Yeah, I would say that, so I'll give you 4 points. Model is type of class, not model. The model has predefined properties which extend the class. Model has a relationship with the database, so that's a good like Sam. So except spelling error, so you get 8 points. Error 404, at least you are funny, Marine, so you get 3 points for that. Ahmed, I already told you, model is an object written on the class, will be written on the class. No idea what you mean, so but maybe you are right, so I'll give you 4 points, Ahmed. Okay, next question. Okay, whatever we are, namespace. Oh, I know this one you will get wrong, so that's why I like it. So there you go, next question. Your time starts now. What's namespace? You have 40 seconds for this question. What is a namespace and where do you use it? Okay, namespace. So in my primary school, we had to choose like our favorite subject for extra subject. So I chose astrology. And because nobody else chose astrology, they decided not to have astrology as a class. And then I was left with communism education and Serbo-Croat language or something like that. So I chose communism, and then my mother went mental, went to school, and make sure that I got maths, which I didn't want it at all. So that's why I'm good at maths, because I got extra lessons in it. Or maybe, I don't know. Yeah, but I would prefer astrology or astronomy or something, I don't know. Anyway, your time is up, so press enter now.
It's hard to listen to the story. That's interesting.
I know.
Now we have a new test about the stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second part is, you know, I'm going to ask you questions about what I told you in my stories, you know, did you pay attention?
You can multitask.
Okay, come on, Thomas, I don't see your message. I do see your message. Whose message I don't see? Okay, I don't know. Ahmed is here, Sam is here, Jesus, no, oh, he's here. Luana, yep, okay. So what's a namespace? Okay. Julia had a very quick answer. What the hell are you on about? It's a name path that points to a specific route. Name path that's route? No idea what that is. So 0. Needed so the computer knows where to fetch information from. It's naming convention for Laravel using models plus. Yes, a little bit. You get 1 point, but it's not right. Sam, it's a part inside the project where your file is. We use it on the top of the file. Okay, I'll give you 5 points, Ahmed. It's a declaration to make organizing code easier. It allows you to reference specific class and function multiple libraries, for example, with the same references. Okay, so it is something like that, so I'll give 5 points to Thomas. Luana is declarative region for identifiers, name declarative. Okay. I'll give you 2 points for I don't know what. Khalil, namespace is another class that your class can extend? No, it's not. And use it on top of your backend code. No, I'll give you 1 point, I don't know why, because I give 2 to Luana, so you will complain. If you want to use a modal, what is modals? You need to put the namespace at the top of the code so the code knows where to find it and what you are referring to. Yeah, that's kind of it, you know, model, but it's not, for example, yeah, okay? So I'll give you 6 points. Part of specific route on an OS, for example. So I'll give you 2 points because it has to do something with the part, okay? But that's not necessarily. Okay, so I hope you wrote down all your points, and then we go to question number 8. Oh my God, we are going to cut this short. Okay, next question, what's the difference between blade file and HTML file? So one of my friends in childhood was called Dino, and he was the most clingy person ever. He would just come to my house and he would never leave, never ever. He just doesn't want to leave. I don't know why. You know, Dino was the clingiest person ever that I punched the guy, kicked him out, I yelled at him. No, he just stays. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no, great guy. Now he lives in Canada. So yeah. He can cling to people over there. Yeah, 50 seconds, 51 seconds, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So let's cut time off. Press enter now. I stole 3 seconds. Press enter now. Press enter. Press enter. Okay, Julia, that's a good answer. I'll give you 10 points. Okay, that confused Google here that Julia got 10 points, so she's now broken. Thomas, Blade section gets sentence HTML source. Oh my God, this answer is too confusing. You just put lots of words to confuse me, so I don't know what you mean. So I'll give you 4 points, Thomas, for that. Blade is a frameworks, and HTML is more programming language. HTML is programming language. Oh my God, -5 points. Okay, so okay, Luana, you know that's swearing to me. Okay, when you call HTML programming language. Blade is an HTML file. Well, it's funny that it has extension PHP, Khalil. Has to do with Laravel framework. Okay, you can call methods like for each in it. So I'll give you -5 and +6, so you get 3 points because of for each. That's cool. Blades are the views in Laravel framework. You use PHP code establish connection between them and controllers, but you didn't mention what the hell HTML is and what's the difference between Ahmed, so you get 2 points. You can use PHP in Blade, that's it, 3 points, but you didn't explain HTML. Marine, HTML is based on HTML. Oh my God, is it? Okay, so I'll give Marine 5 points. Blade file is the HTML file, but Blade can be found through web routes and compact views in controller. Oh my gosh, she got confused here. Yeah, 3 points for Sam. Blade is only including Laravel and HTML more extended outside Laravel. Okay, 4. Yes, I know, Marine, that I was good at maths. I told you in my stories. Shh. Yeah, okay, so you all got points. Marine, you get 2 points extra for correcting my mistake, but you also get -4 points for not understanding that was a deliberate joke, okay? So you can add that to your scorecard. Next question, okay? This is fun, and I'll skip a few of these to just make sure that we finish on time. So, what permissions and ownership should files in your HTML folder on Linux have? You did this all the time, CHON and all that sort of stuff. Now, we didn't have computers in our primary school, you know, so everything was in the big books, and they kept these big books in our teacher's room, you know, and you wanted to sneak in there, but you were afraid that you will be caught, you know, so, but sometimes the teacher would forget the the big book with all the grades and stuff like that in the room when they come to class, and then they will send you there. You will like, yeah, and then I can write extra grades, you know, and they will catch you because, of course, you didn't copy their bloody handwriting, you know, so they even knew it wasn't you, it wasn't them, you know. So yeah, I was a stupid child, as I said. I did all sorts of idiotic things. So 1 minute 10, stop, press enter. Come on, everybody else, press enter. So here's a 766, otherwise 777. Oh my God. No, that would be very dangerous if you give everything 777. So that's exactly what we don't do. So please don't give 777, even if you're on your own computer and nobody's touching it. So you know kind of what you're talking about, Jesus, so you get 2 points. Bahrain, me and main users, owner group, letter programs, define what kind of read. Yeah, that's quite good answer. So you get 8.5 points. Luana, read, write, execute for owner, where group of owner is just read, write. Okay, I'll give you 5 points, Luana. Only Bootstrap storage have write permissions code 77, rest is read only. Yeah, but you didn't tell me about ownership, so I'll give you 6 points. Ownership in general group user, permissions read, execute, Ahmed, so yep, I'll give you also 7 points. Where is Thomas?
I sent mine twice and it's not received.
I sent mine also.
Okay, let me refresh this page. Maybe it will do something intelligent, okay? Live chat. It didn't show mine. I'm sure you were right, all of you, so, well. Now, the time starts, I'll skip question number 10, okay? So question number 11, okay? What is field in the example that I will show on the screen, okay? So you need to explain to me what is a field, and the example is coming right now. So it's this thing here, okay?
Skip that.
So you should see my screen on the YouTube, and you should see the code in weather controller. There's a thing called field. You explain to me what the hell the field is. If you say it's a piece of land where you can grow crops and stuff like that, that's not the right answer. So that's not what I meant.
Can be just 2 words.
Shut up, I'm not talking to you, okay? I can think of another childhood story, but you are confusing me now. So when I was in 6th or 7th grade, my cousins took me to this really nice hairdresser salon where I got a really nice 80s haircut, very modern, and then all the girls were like, wow, look at this guy, and I was so pleased, you know. And then yes, and nothing happened, you know. So haircuts overrated, but it was lovely 80s haircut. Anyway, 1 minute is up, so please send your answers. Press enter. It's a parameter input. Nope. Jesus, a collection. It will be a collection. It will contain a collection. So you are theoretically right, Julia. So you get 6 points. It's a piece of land where you can grow crops. That's proper answer. So yes, Marijn, you get 4 points. Function, Luana, no. Modal, what the hell is modals? There's a model and modal, and it's not either of modal or model, because you don't know is it a model from the example that I showed you. So, so no points for Menners. Thomas Field is a model in case it's using Laravel function all. Okay. Yeah, but you don't know that from the code. It might be a model, it can be just a normal class. Okay, Laravel model, it's a class. Okay, so while typically it is a model, you can't know that for certain. So I'll give Menners 4 points, Thomas 4 points, Sam 4 points for the same thing. It is a class. Yes, that's the correct thing. Okay, so I'll give Khalil 10 points. It's a model to object field. So 4.5 points for Ahmed. Okay. So next question. Let's see my code. Oh, okay. So this is a really cool one. Is this code going to throw exception, and where? Okay, so I need to find a code which is, I think, not where the hell was it? Oh, the same code. Sorry. So there is a try catch around this part of the code. Is this code ever going to throw exception? And if it is, where? So I'll give you 2 minutes for this question, and this question brings extra points.
Can you make the screen big?
Can I make the screen bigger? Sure. View, appearance, zoom in. Oops, too big. So in my class we had 3 really stupid kids, proper retards, okay? So they had, the lowest grade was fail, which was 1 in our thing, and they would fail all subjects, okay? So as I told you, I had extra curriculum in maths, you know, and one of those kids just for laugh took maths as well, okay? So he was there, there's no way that he would pass. But then I actually tried to help him, so he copied my shit. So this is the only subject that this guy passed, you know, extracurricular maths. It's like, how the hell is this, you know, proper retard getting all these, you know, correct answers in maths? It was beyond everybody, you know. But that's another sad story. Ooh, the 2 minutes is longer than 1 minute, so my stories were too short. I wonder what happened to that guy. He's probably a programmer or something like that now these days. Yeah, but it's funny, you know, in a high school you choose the high school and you are with similar able kids to you, but in primary school they all get mixed together, and you know, some people just are not ready. Anyway, your time is up, so press enter now.
You can't see the chat.
can't really tell. Okay, well, you know how many points you get. It's literally an eloquent DB request. Well, I don't know what Thomas is on about. It is, when is it going to throw exception? So there's Ahmed and Sam saying that data 0 in line 22. So let's jump to that line 22. So in line 22 you have this data 0, okay, and this data variable, we don't know where is it coming from, okay, might be empty. And if it's empty and you try to find the first element of an empty array, then it will throw exception, definitely. So this result will have some data, and this data might or might not exist, so that will definitely throw the exception. So that's the correct answer. So Ahmed 10 points, Sam also 10 points. Whoever, yes, because you are saying that result passing one element, you're calling for each on it. Don't know what you mean, but yes is correct, so you get 3 points. Mernaz, if there is no ID in a field, it will throw exception. What ID in a field? Field ID. We don't know that for sure, because if there is no ID, yeah, okay, so I'll give you 8 points for that, probably right, but okay, no, it will not, so we see yes, it can, Julia, so Thomas, it can throw exception, but you wouldn't know the details. That's correct, but that wasn't my question, Thomas. It, well, philosophical exception based, no idea, okay? If it can't work for the fields or field classes, can throw error. I don't know what that means, nobody else gets points, okay? So let me see what's our next question, and that will be the last question, okay? So, okay, so I will choose this last number 20, okay, randomly, all right? So what is the purpose of line 122? Okay, so I need to show you the example of line 122, so bear with me. Okay, I think it's this one here, okay? So that's line 122. What's the purpose of it? Okay, you have 1.5 minutes, and then we'll add the results, and we will have the winners and the losers. So my last childhood story. My mother was an English teacher, and she taught all the kids in my class in school, you know, extra classes in English, and I was taking part always, but I was always joking because I was just an idiot, just like I am now. So she said, you know what, and that's the only thing that she said which was smart, you know, you can joke actually if you know the answer, but if you don't know the answer, it just doesn't work, you know. So you know, first, you know. So yeah, you can't get away. It doesn't work for me. Is that smart? No, it's not very. Okay, but anyway, it's my mother. It's not yours. Blah. All right, so 1 minute 10. Did I say 1 minute or 1.5 minutes? I don't know, but I'll give you 5 more seconds, and then please press enter. Okay, so for the previous question that I think Ahmed and Sam got right, they got also 2 extra points because that was, I promised something to myself that I'll give them 2 extra points at some point. So please add 2 points to yourself, okay? You Sam, and Ahmed as well, okay? Because you are doing a good job on AI, Sikha, and everybody else is not, so yeah. There's no favoritism here, all right? Not at all. Julia, we can use this div to instance some data from controller or from JavaScript. JavaScript exactly, but how the hell would you insert the data from controller? I have no idea. So 8 points, but not controller, okay? So you can target the ID from JS and update in a HTML text. Mernaz, yeah, that's correct, 10 points. It's empty container HTML document with the ID result. What's the question, Thomas? What's the purpose of it? It's an empty container, but why would I have an empty container? So yes, you stated the obvious, I'll give you 3 points for that. Prepare an empty div that will be filled using the JavaScript later. Yep, that's pretty much why we use these empty divs for. 10. Prepare the information later when it's received and displayed. Correct, but you others mentioned JavaScript, you didn't, so I'll give you 8. Has ID result, you can use ID, CSS, JavaScript, etc. Okay, good. Yes, so Marine, you get 10 points, Marine. Khalil, assign the ID of the result where you want to refer back to it with this ID. Yeah, but others measure JavaScript and stuff like that, so Khalil 8 points. It displays the ID of the div to be that. Okay, yes, but 4 points. It's a result of the function linked to it. 2 points, Jesus. Yeah, it's yes, but you know. Okay, so now, well done. We have 3 more minutes. Thomas, you can't know the purpose. Of course, that's right. Philosophically, you are absolutely right. You know, so for philosophy, you get 3 points extra. You know, so please add all your points very quickly, guys, because we want to see who is the winner, and we are going to go in some sort of alphabetical order. Okay. Oh, it would be good to do the Eurovision kind of style of voting, etc. Okay. So what the public thinks, etc. But I didn't think of that before. Okay. So Ahmed, can you type how many points you got? Type your score. I'll bang the microphone next, you know. Come on, Ahmed. 3 plus 3 is 6, you know, it's easy. 57.5! Oh my God, this is amazing! Okay, now, Jesus, you're next. Type your points. What do you bet? Is he going? Jesus, are you betting on him? 45, he thinks. Well, he's optimistic. This is Jesus we are talking about. Come on, Jesus, type your points. He forgot to write them down. Signed off. The Skype doesn't work. Guys, add your points, so when I ask you to type your points, we don't have to wait for you for 3 hours. 47, I think. That's too much. We'll ask JD to watch this again and then add all the points together. But you did not beat Ahmed. Okay, so Luana, type your points, please. Julia, what do you think? Luana, did she score more than Jesus or not? No! That's your confidence in your colleague, oh my God. Luana, 25. Sad trumpet. Well, that's more than 0. Okay. So, Bahrain. What do you think, Sam? How many points Bahrain has? 50! Oh my God, that's optimistic, you know. I gave him points for all sorts of scrap and jokes, you know, so if he gets 25, I'll be happy. 46.5, oh my God, you're so close to Jesus Jimenez, but you failed. I wish. Okay, now we are getting to interesting phase, okay, so you, Mr. DJ, Are you the worst one ever who entered this competition?
Not really, no.
You are not really, so type your points, please. It's good that this YouTube is delayed. Now we have the tension, okay? So he pressed enter, but we don't see his message. So his points don't count. 51! Oh my God! So he is a good programmer as Ahmed also. Also, you know, amazing. Khalil, you really impressed me, okay? But definitely not going to hold the Abswals and Alhaba signs outside, okay? Ooh, who do we have left? Julia. This is the person that I think will score 200 points. I always have high hopes for Julia. Okay, 37. Oh my God. I'll deduct 20 points because you lied to us. So now you have 17. Okay, Jesus, for fuck's sake. You represent Team Upsworth and you embarrass me like this. Julia, quietly, 43. Oh my God. Only 43. But you're in Colton team, so what do you expect? You know, I don't know. Who we have left? I think we have Sam. Apologies. No, it doesn't count. Minus 5 points again. Sam, what's your score? What do you think, Julia?
I think high, 60 or
65.
something.
Ooh, 69. It's high, but it's also kinky. So well done, congratulations. You are the winner of today's challenge because we are not going to ask Thomas for his points. Why would we? Yeah, so. No, but I gave him lots of negative points, so I don't think he is a winner. But Thomas, how many points did you score?
420.
Well, 420 would be ideal to finish this quiz off. Thomas, it's okay. No, but come on, type your bloody points. You know, it's like, you know, those countries which says...
It's a shame that sounds wrong.
76! Oh my God, he thinks.
I got
Yeah, but where are the negative points? You forgot to minus points that you got at the beginning. Because I gave you minus 10 points at least once. So, the winner is Sam. Well done. All these people cheating. So, okay. So now, the last questions. Did you, during the quiz, cheat? So please enter yes or no now. Tiny bit, that's yes, okay? So please enter yes or no. Come on, everybody, enter yes or no. Did you cheat a little bit?
Oh man.
51! I knew I forgot someone. That's just average, man. That's just, you know, meh, mediocre. Of course. Yes. Okay, so everybody who answered yes gets extra 10 points to Gryffindor. Okay? Everybody who said no, minus 10 points. Minus 10 points, because you remember what I said at the beginning. If you are a developer, you will find the bloody ways to cheat. If you are not a real developer, you won't. Okay? So I hope I have a winner, which is whoever it is. So next session we'll discuss what your prizes are and commiseration to losers. So guys, I hope it was a little bit fun. If it wasn't, well, tough. you know, we had to endure this, so maybe we'll do it again. Maybe we'll put it in your feedback form. As I said, yeah, I was inspired by Mernaz's response, so if you like it, you can say, well done, Mernaz. If you don't, yeah, blame her, not me. I fell on my head too many times, so yeah, I have an excuse. So my score is 27. Did you cheat? You didn't cheat as well, you know, so you scored crap and you didn't cheat. Oh my God. Bernard is trying to convince you that it was fun. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed our little session and feedback. Thanks for the feedback. Keep it coming and let's make this even better. I hope that some of you will present next time shit about artificial intelligence and Coltown and Python and all that so on. So, yes. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.